business grew, a plant was built in downtown Macon in 1949, and the sauce was sold to wholesalers, grocery stores, barbecue restaurants, and selected food service companies. And whereas Mrs. Griffin's barbecue sauce was named in honor of Mr. Griffin's wife, Etta Busby Griffin, because this is hard to read, this next part, y'all. Because he believed that a woman's name would make the sauce more marketable. I personally take offense to that, Mrs. Griffin's name would make the sauce more marketable, and whereas Mr. Griffin retired in 1965 and the business is now owned by Roland Neal, who continues to run it in the tradition set by Mr. Griffin since 1935. Now, therefore, I, Robert A. Riechart, do hereby proclaim March the 25th, 2015 as Mrs. Griffin's Barbecue Sauce Day in Macon County. All citizens are urged to pay tribute to Mr. Griffin and his family and salute Roland Neal for continuing the family's legacy on the 80th anniversary of Miss Griffin's Barbecue Sauce. In witness whereof I have hereunto set my hand, caused the seal of the consolidated government to be affixed this 25th day of March. Roland, let me present this to you. Come up, tell us a little bit more, and maybe you can even introduce the cook. Thank you very much. Absolutely.
I just want to thank everybody for putting South in their mouth every now and then. This is good. Miss Griffin's has a long heritage here in Macon, Georgia, and we just really appreciate everybody coming out and supporting us. Special thing to the Griffin family here. Some of the ancestors of the original Mr. Griffin are here, and that's really special to me too. I do want to recognize Jerome. Jerome Driscoll is a right-hand man in Miss Griffin's. He makes sure that Miss Griffin's is perfect every single time, and I'm just glad he could be here with me. And who actually got all this together from the Chamber of Commerce. So again, thank you for your support of Miss Griffin's over the past 80 years, and we look forward to the next 80 years.
Very good, Roland.
Thank you all so much for coming.
That's great.
Jerome and I were talking before we got up there, and I said, Jerome, how do you ensure that the recipe, you follow the recipe, but it doesn't turn out different, and that every bottle is just as good, but yet the same as the bottle before? Oh, he says, we've got this high technology stuff, and we mix it all in big things. He says, but it all comes back to the nose. He said, I got a nose. Instead, and I always tell you, that's the final test I run along with the pH of it. Tell us how you do it. Tell us how you do it.
Once we mix it, get all the ingredients in, there's a certain smell about this concentrated sauce that smells identical every time it's made with perfection. Anything alters my nose from the original smell, the process stops. The buck stops right here. Appreciate y'all's support and keep on supporting us. We take a lot of pride in our sauce. In the South, we have a lot of competition, but we appreciate every ounce of support that we get from you all. We're going to keep up the good work. We're going to keep the satisfaction going in our sauce. Appreciate everything.